Greetings, friends. Welcome back to Tyrrell Time. I'm deceased former Foreign Secretary Robin Cook, and you're here for round 3 and 4 of the 2003 season, which has started off rather poorly. Um, we are being held back by the lack of works power. Ron Dennis famously said, "You can't win without work support," and that's largely true. However, we came very close last year, and I think the car can be developed into a winning position. We're just dropping a lot of points at the start. A big reason for that is Hiroshi Tanaka, yet to score. Despite having a car good enough for the podium, he has failed to develop. And I put the idea out to you guys about replacing him. The consensus seems to be that we take him as a test driver and we replace him with Dario Loretti, who hopefully is still free. Let's see. Okay, so we'll offer him a 2-season test drive. He will. Oh no, he won't take it. Fine. Then we'll just extend with Carl Eisen, and Tanaka can fall by the wayside. I don't really care. So Dario Loretti, again, 2-season deal. He will be the number 2 driver, and we'll offer him little bonuses here and there. There we go. That should definitely improve our budget for next year. That of course means we have to keep hold of Shinji Nakano, but it does mean at the end of Dario Loretti's contract, we should be in a position to replace him with Toru Takagi and bring him back to the team. We still need a chief mechanic. Robert Dassault was close to signing, didn't quite take. Now he has. Okay, we've been making some cost-cutting measures, primarily on the hospitality front. We have some points to spend. I'm going to use that on the blonde steel. We want to get that done as quickly as possible, really. I'm also prepared now to consider investing into the factory. The question is what we decide to go for. A supercomputer will aid with designing. A testing rig requires us to build an extra chassis, but it does multiply the benefits of all testing that you do. Wind tunnel is the most expensive upgrade, but of course that also helps with design and build, and then the workshop helps with production of spare parts and so on. Workshop's probably the least of our concerns right now because that department's working incredibly well. Supercomputer will cost us, for the best one, 35k per race. A testing rig will cost us 71k per race. I'm actually going to go for a testing rig. That's what I'm going to do. Right, let's see where we're at. We have a technology upgrade, which is good. We're going to work on another one. 2003 upgrade is nearly ready in stage 1. We have a compliant 2004 chassis that's already finished the first design stage. This is fantabulous news. This puts us in the best possible position for next year. Let's build that new technology and let's run a test. It's quite cheap to test here, so we will test for about 400 grand. A lot, I know, but we have a lot to achieve. 5. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's see how this goes. Not as well on the development points as I would have wanted, but we can continue to press forward with some upgrades. I'm going to improve the wet tyres, or the intermediates. They really do need it. And in terms of the engine, I'm going to take 1 point off heat and add it to reliability. Okay, let's knock out some spare parts, get the cars back into racing condition, and I will do some repairs on the test car this round, just to make sure we're up to date there. Hopefully we still turn a profit after this Grand Prix. I'm a little upset that we didn't get some development points, because that would get this much needed upgrade out sooner. But we do have a technology upgrade coming out. Let's see if we can't clear this car out as well. Excellent. So we're in as good a position as we can be. Money's a little tighter than I would like, but that should start rolling in pretty soon. We have found an automatic gearbox on Jordan's car, but it's not really relevant for us, so we'll file a complaint and see if we can't get them disqualified. I'm going to start looking at the McLarens for a traction control system. I'm going to cut down Tanaka's push level. We have full setup points again, which is good. Slightly different setups for them. We have no new fuel, but we do have new tyres. Good, good, good. Spectacular. All good. So, 16 degrees, very dry, slack wind for qualifying. Again, the car doesn't really have qualifying pace, so I'm not expecting any miracles, and I didn't get none. Damon Hill is your pole sitter for McLaren, 125.943, just ahead of the arrows of Olivier Panis. Toru Takagi puts his Jordan third, just in front of Pedro Diniz. Heinz-Harald Frenzen's Ferrari takes P5, Ricardo Rosset P6 for Minardi. We are on row 4, Shinji Nakano leading the arrows of John Fellows. Hiroshi Tanaka qualifying a 10th and change behind his teammate down in 10th. Cloudy and a lot warmer for this Grand Prix. Right, how best to split this? We really need a double points finish. I don't want to be getting too far behind and then making it all up at the end again. You will come in lap 37. Okay, don't let me down, boys. Excellent, excellent. Olivier Panis takes the win for Arrows. Very, very strong result for them. And they finish just about 3/10 and change clear of Shinji Nakano, who brings it home P2. Hiroshi Tanaka finally coming good. Now we fired him. P3, 149.33.421. Given his push level was quite low, that's a very good result for him. We got in front of the McLaren of David Coulthard. John Fellows makes it a double points finish for the Arrows, and Pedro Diniz takes the last point for Jordan. In the Drivers' Championship, Shinji Nakano sitting P3, 4 points behind leader David Coulthard. In the Constructors, we are P2, but we are significantly behind McLaren, and Arrows are catching up. Let's have a sip of coffee to celebrate. Oh, that's good coffee. Right. Let's see if we've got anywhere with this deal. We have. Let's sign that straight away and immediately cut back on how many people are talking. There. Let us begin talking, please, with HSBC. We've got a lot of sponsors to replace, and I want to do them quick, sharp. We have a success card to play, which I'm going to play on the Mobile One deal. Oh shit, no, I can't because I'm not negotiating with them. The Shell deal. Good job the game doesn't let you fuck up like that. I can already, through the power of the internet, feel you all freaking out about me clicking that button there. That Blondes deal is huge because that means we've already almost equaled our year-on-year budget. Plus, we've got 10 million coming in from one Mr. Dario Loretti. Let's take a look at the news, shall we, and see if anyone else has done some signing. Alexander Wurz moving over to Williams. Giancarlo Fisichella will be joining Arrows. That's quite a good move from them. Arrows after Nick Worth. Yep, not really any big news. In the design field, though, we are making good progress on the A-Spec TY 2003. No such luck on our technology efforts. We did make a healthy profit, though, which means I'm feeling good about testing. I'm feeling very good about testing. And it's very, very cheap to test here. Super cheap. Which makes me happy. Let's put another 5% on fuel testing. I'm going to save up some engine points, but to be honest, we don't really need them. It's just in case we get a new spec of engine, and then I've got points already to sort of do some redistribution. Okay, we can use the Forschung points, very important, and we can improve our race fuels. Very important. I'm going to get an upgrade on our wet weather tyres. We are carrying Bridgestone, basically. We are completely carrying them, and that means we have to be prepared to invest in all the tyres, otherwise next year we're going to have really shitty tyres. I'm even at the end of the year going to invest in the softs, to be honest. Right. Did that get us anywhere? No, it did not. Alright, that's fine. Our design team is lacking a little bit. Let's see if there's any designers available to hire. There is not, but there are construction bods. So we'll strengthen that team. And more mechanics, although I have to say we have the best mechanics on the grid. By a long way, I would surmise. We need some spare parts. Do you know what? I'm feeling generous, and I'm quite enjoying this. Why don't we make this an extra long double length episode rather than me splitting it into 2 episodes needlessly? What would you think? Yes, Zero, that would be nice. Oh, you're so kind to say. Then I'm going to build a buttload of spare parts to celebrate. Okay, got no repairs to do. That's good. We'll get all our cars set up to to hit the next Grand Prix. Did we discover any naughty driver aids that shouldn't be there? We did not, but that's okay. We do, however, have some new fuels, some new intermediate tyres, and a new spec of power unit to bring to the fore. I'm going to leave everything as it is in that regard. Setup, okay. Tanaka, I'm going to follow the engineer's guidelines. Oh, I gave him an extra point there. Where have you benefited from that you shouldn't have there? And you know, I'm going to do the same with Nakano. We may suffer from not setting up for speed, but I guess we'll soon see. And we are off to Imola. 27 degrees, cloudy. Not really sure if that's to our benefit or not, but our power unit is less able to deal with heat, so as long as we're not over 30 degrees, I think we should be okay. Why don't you give me some good news, boys? P9 and P10, again, not great, but our qualifying pace is always weak. It seems it's another pole position for McLaren, Coulthard leading Hill, Toru Takagi P3 for Jordan, Johnny Newhouse P4 for Ferrari. Coffee time. 24 degrees, so it's cooled a little bit for the race. That should help us out. There'll be a 31-31 split for Nakano and a 32-30 for Tanaka. If we were in a stronger position, I'd be doing a lot more experimentation with strategy, but as you can see, it just seems one stopping on the hards is the best way to get the best out of our car. Year on year as well, it seems to keep happening. Oh, no podium this time. Double podium for Minardi, though. Damon Hill takes the win for McLaren, well ahead of Alessandro Marini's Minardi. Riccardo Rosset taking P3 from Minardi. Shinji Nakano P4, so in the points, and outscoring David Coulthard. And the good news is neither Jordan nor Arrow's got any points, but again Hiroshi Tanaka failing to deliver the points by just under a tenth. That keeps him third in the drivers and us second in the constructors, but McLaren are running away with the constructors. They really are. Another profit, which is good. So, no progress on the sponsor front. How are we doing on design? Very, very well. To the point that I'm actually going to cut down on design staff on next year's car just a little bit. And I'm going to put them, I'm going to split them between technology upgrades and the next upgrade package for this car. Okay, Testapalooza. Again, super cheap to test here. Very, very, very cheap. So we're going to do the whole shebang once more. Which tyres get love this time? I'm going to go for the hards. It's as good as we're going to get, I think. And we have to do the best we can. No new power unit yet, still no priority, but hope springs eternal. We need to do better development testing just to make sure we're getting that boost every Grand Prix, because it's costing us. Theoretically, it is possible to have an upgrade package for your car ready by Monaco, but we're not at that sort of economic development level yet. but we are bringing new race fuels and lubricants and new tyres every Grand Prix, so that's already going to be remarkably helpful. We'll go take a look at the news and we'll do another staff check and see if anybody wants to come and strengthen either our commercial or design teams. We do have some new designers, excellent. And more new mechanics. Why not? No point resting on our laurels, is there? Let's take a look at the news. Blondes have signed with us. Another win for Damon Hill. Minardi had a great race. McLaren and Shell have entered into a work steal. Hopefully that doesn't screw up our access. Okay, Hiroshi Tanaka doesn't like the car, that's why I was unhappy. The car doesn't suit him. So maybe we're judging him a little harshly, but still, we're not developing the car for him, so bye. Olivier Panis got the fastest lap. Williams have signed Andrea Montemini. And that's about it. That's about it. Okay. I'm going to spend a little bit more on schmoozing. Let's go for that, this Grand Prix. Alrighty, alrighty. I think I've remembered to do everything. So in terms of setup, let's follow the suggestions. Another new fuel and some new wet tyres that we're probably not going to have any use for. But it does mean at Monaco we're going to have amazing amazing tyres, provided the race is dry. Okay, 22 degrees and cloudy for qualifying in Spain. Stronger qualifying performance this time out. David Coulthard adds another pole to his tally. He's great in qualifying, and it's another McLaren 1-2. Dominating that front row for the last sort of 3 seasons now. Marini taking P3 for Minardi. He's had a really good season as well so far. Johnny Newhouse P4 for Ferrari. Pedro Diniz on a 129.22, just pipping Shinji Nakano for P5. Tanaka again, 2 places back on his teammate, but he is sort of catching slowly. Very warm, 28 degrees, and very dry for the Grand Prix. We'll do a 32-33 and a 33-32 just for funsies. There's a freezer in this room that I am defrosting. Not a particularly fun anecdote, I know, but it keeps making me paranoid because I can keep hearing this crackling sound behind me, and it's just all the ice collapsing on itself. Okay, do me proud, boys. Ooh. So double points again, and not a McLaren win, which is good. Heinz Harald Frentzen taking the win. David Coulthard P2, and it's a podium for Shinji Nakano. Diniz putting some points on the board for Jordan, but Tanaka still languishing, half a second down on Diniz, which isn't a lot in the great scheme of things, but it's more than I would like to see. But he is at least finishing on the same lap as the leader, so that's something. Nakano's still in the fight for the Drivers' Championship, but we need to start winning races. In the Constructors, Still, the gap is far bigger than I want, but we are holding in there. Ferrari creeping up the order though. Okay, what's going on in the news? Yeah, I'm unhappy that you're in P3 as well, Shinji. You need a new engine, but no one's giving it to you. Yeah, not really any big news, really. Some sponsors being signed, but nothing. Yeah, nothing major. Let's see if we've got any deals to sign. Oh, we do. So that's a 2-season deal with Mugen Honda. I'm going to drop the TV advantage on that to try and get some stuff signed. And I'm going to use the success on the Shell deal because they are already one works supply down. Getting a boost to our cash though, still. Not much wear on the cars, that's good. We've got some new technology. I'm going to work on a suspension upgrade next. 2003 upgrade ready to go into the wind tunnel, so we have to make sure we hire ourselves a wind tunnel. Let's crack onwards. And super. Okay. Testing here is going to be a bit more expensive, but it's not too bad at all. I'm going to reduce the mechanic support on the fuel testing, and we're going to put a bit more, just a little more effort into developmental testing. Excellent. So, new race fuel. We'll go for engine tolerance. New tyres. I will work on the intermediates. Let's try that. And we have a new spec power unit at last. What can I lose here? A little rigidity and a bit off the heat. Yeah, I like the look of that much better. That's much more balanced. And that's the first time we've had a new unit actually for quite a while. Let's get the technology upgrade built. Did I already use my testing? I did. Alright. Good. Good. Spare parts. Good to keep the stocks up. I'm going to spend a lot more on hospitality at this Grand Prix, which means we need to make sure we invite the important peoples. I'm going to bring Shell, Mugen, and Blondes, I guess. Actually, no, I don't think it would necessarily benefit us to bring Blondes. So instead, we will bring Bridgestone, Mugen, and Shell, and we will spend vast amounts of money because it is important. We're also going to improve the general quality. That means taking some people off some of these negotiations. Yeah, there we go. That's the best we can manage. So we don't want them to stop actually working on the contract. We've upgraded our technology. There's no repairs to be done on the cars, so that's good. And why not repair car 3? Treat ourselves, eh? any staff to hire? More mechanics, more construction, more designers. More designers, please. Our wage bill is going to rocket, but I think that's a good thing, all things considered, given that the team's about to become a lot more financially solvent. We have a new fuel spec. I'm going to keep the 1C Evolution engine for the moment. We have some excellent new hard compound tyres. No new driver aids, but we have improved the technology of our car. In terms of setup, for Tanaka, lots of braking, lots of downforce, and that will do. For Nakano, speed, downforce, braking, and that. Why did he get 2 there? Oh shit, I shouldn't have taken that off. The game bugged in a way that was good for me. Fuck. He could have had an extra settle point. Shit. Okay, on to Monaco. Very key round of the season. A win here would be humongous for us, but I don't think we're going to get it. 29 degrees, very dry for the Grand Prix. That's not going to help our engine, but let's see what we can do. Well, a better qualifying than we've had previously. Olivier Panis taking pole for Arrows on a 1:23.16. Hello, coffee. Takagi lining up alongside him P2 in the Jordan 1:25.26. David Coulthard not on pole for once, 1:25.59. Marini, Newhouse, and then Nakano and Tanaka, who are much closer together at this Grand Prix, which is pleasing. Light rain, that's immediately screwed Tanaka's race, and it stopped us using our excellent new tyres. Fuck nuts. Okay, we want 39.39. Not sure if the tyres will last. This could be a non-scoring race for us, and we will let Tanaka stop twice. Ooh. P2. Not a win, but P2. Tanaka, 4 laps down in P11. Not surprising because he's really bad in wet weather. Olivier Panis takes the win from pole position. He's a long way down the road, but Nakano does at least get in front of Deniz's Jordan. It would have been Takagi's Jordan, but either way, P2. Pedro Diniz rounds out the podium. Hakkinen, Ralf Schumacher, and Heinz-Harald Frentzen make for a very, very diverse top 6. No team with 2 cars in the top 6. Shinji Nakano is now your Drivers' Championship leader by only 1 point, and we have closed the gap to McLaren to 16 points. That doesn't mean we're really going to be making a run on the championship, but it is nice to sort of stay within some reasonable distance. We were still profitable despite all the money we spent on hospitality. Let's see if that money helped at all. Excellent. We can sign a works shell deal immediately. Let's do that. Other than that, not really any progress. And still no commercial staff. Got some more new designers though. And in terms of upgrade packages, we are ready. We are ready, and I'm going to build that. That's priority. That could be what tips us over into a race-winning outfit. We're ready to move into the wind tunnel phase with next year's car, and we have some technology to improve, which we shall also do. And the rest goes on spare parts. We're almost down at a level where we could build 10 spare parts per Grand Prix, which is a very good place to be for a essentially 2-star factory. So, how much is testing? Very expensive, but we can afford it. engine testing will cease now. We don't need it. Let's do the thing. Do that thing. And do this thing. Nice. Very nice. So we're almost maxed out on our fuel, coming up to the halfway point in the season. Our tyres are in a lot better condition than we started the season with. And we even got a new power unit for Mugen, if you can believe such a thing. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have been having an excellent start to your week. We will talk again super soon. I'm trying to do a video a day now, so take it easy and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.